When I left my teaching position in Houston, Texas, to move to a small town in southern Chile, I thought I was coming to do two things: teach English and learn Spanish. While it has certainly been more than that, as is any experience living in a different corner of the world, I never imagined the depths of the cultural immersion I now find myself in. For example, I never imagined that I would not only have the opportunity to learn Spanish, but also Mapudungun, the language of the indigenous Mapuche people. What's more, I never thought I would be guiding students in learning their own local language in addition to my English classes. But here I am, and it's been an extraordinary experience. It all began when I was able to connect with a local professor and member of the Mapuche community, Professor Nicolás, in a trafquintu, or seed exchange ceremony, in the high school where I work. He invited me to share pedagogical strategies as an English teacher with a group of teachers of Mapudungun, which is now a part of the state's elementary school curriculum in many parts of our region. I then had the chance to take one of my English classes to a seminar on the importance of preserving the Mapuche language, which Professor Nicolás hosted. Students were curious and empowered by what they heard to take action to learn more about their local language and culture. After looking to Nat Geo for inspiration on how to approach our class's new learning journey, I came across the Global Oneness Project's video, Marie's Dictionary, which tells the story of Marie Wilcox, a Native American woman who is the last fluent speaker of Wukchumni, and a dictionary she created that documents the language. We watched and discussed the video in our first lesson, helping us to understand the issue of endangered languages on a macro or global scale. Our observations of the video not only reaffirmed our belief that the preservation of language is vital to preserving a culture, but also opened our eyes to what we would deem our responsibility to create a video informing others of the local Mapuche and their language. We already had a connection with some students from the United States via the exchange platform Flipgrid, and decided we could best make an impact by making a video for a teenage English-speaking audience. Because, according to our research, there are very little resources explaining the Mapuche people from the perspective of real modern-day Chilean and Mapuche teenagers. Thus, in the second lesson, we set out to plan our video. We began with a few guiding questions. Who is our audience? What do we want our audience to understand about the Mapuche? How will we present this information so that it is interesting and authentic? Next, we watched videos in Spanish representing Native American tribes in English-speaking North America in order to empathize with our audience. We discussed what we liked and didn't like about the videos so that we can incorporate this feedback into our own. Then, we made a concept map of the content and setting of our video, dividing up the work between classmates. Finally, in our third lesson, we mapped out in detail each section of the video using a storyboard format. Students researched and planned their individual sections, gathering the necessary resources and information they would need, including interviews, characters for the video, and cultural and historical data. While our journey is still underway, students have started to feel the impact of this project. As the students articulated,
He aprendido a comunicarme, su tipo de cultura, su religión, todas las cosas que engloba.
Esta ha sido una muy buena experiencia, ya que me da la oportunidad de practicar el inglés y por sobre todo conocer más sobre una cultura que está inserta en nuestro territorio.
Este proyecto es bastante interesante ya que es una puerta para poder aprender sobre una nueva cultura, a la cultura a la que pertenezco yo, lo que es la cultura mapuche.
From my point of view, this experience is so wonderful and interesting. This experience is very important to teach something about the Mapuche culture to other persons.
Nos permite demostrarle a otros que su cultura va más allá del folclore y de aspectos como eso.
It's also good to encourage more people to join in learning more about their own country.
that being said, we hope that you stay tuned for our video on El Pueblo Mapuche to be shared in April 2019. In the meantime, check out the resources in the bio below for more information. Chaltumay, Compuche.